Hi guys, welcome. Danny here from the Magic Junk Drawer. So today's super chats, $1.99, skip the line. If you don't want to super chat or you can't super chat, I'll answer the free questions in the order that I receive them. One question per person. Super chats, you can ask as many as you like. I'll do them in order. Jade wants spirit cards. Okay. Spirit cards for Jade. The Emperor, Archangel Michael. Organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. The Six of Earth, gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan, paying off debts. The King of Fire, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Focus, 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 communicate with vision, and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. Okay. Sister, how's he feeling towards me currently? He's feeling a little bit off balance today. The Two of Pentacles is in reverse, and so is the Six of Pentacles. He's also showing right now that he's very focused on work, but when it comes to you and him, he's going to move forward things slowly. So the Knight of Pentacles are things moving slowly for the two of you, which is fine. I'm okay with that. It looks like he may be feeling a little bit undecided right now with the Two of Swords in reverse and also with the Ace of Cups in reverse. He's reluctant to either confess his feelings or deal with his feelings. He may not even be admitting it to himself how he feels. So today, the next couple of days, he may be a little bit off. He may not be himself. He'll get over it. Elantra, what's coming in for me in Marquis? Okay, what's coming in for Marquis and Elantra? Getting over a heartbreak or a betrayal, relationship built on solid ground, and moving forward towards the happy home. So the happy home card, it could be an engagement, moving in together, fixing up your house, anything like that. But the way that I usually use the Four of Wands is taking the relationship to the next level. So if you haven't been speaking to him, if you haven't spoken to him in 6 months and the Four of Wands shows up, I wouldn't say you were getting married. I would say that you're going to start communicating and seeing each other again. If you've been seeing each other but not on a regular basis, the Four of Wands shows up. I see it more as like things starting to stabilize. It's like the next step in wherever you are in your relationship. So I think things are going to be moving forward for the two of you. AJ, how is Marcus feeling about me today? He's feeling pretty connected to you today, and the cards are urging you to use your intuition. What it's showing around him is that he may be feeling that you have choices around him and you may not choose him if given the opportunity. I think he feels like there are a lot of people around you that either are interested in you or want to get with you and that you could have other choices. And that may be making him feel today a little bit insecure. But I think that that's a good thing. Sweet thing. How is Kenneth and the Leo? Okay, let's see what's going on with Kenneth and the Leo. I don't know about these two. It sort of shows that things moved forward for them fast, or things maybe took off fast, but they've hit a wall. The Chariot here is in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles is here, which would indicate a slowdown or not moving forward fast. And then the Hierophant is like in reverse, is feeling a little bit unconnected. The Star and the Fool are also both in reverse, which would indicate A wish not coming true could be hitting a wall. The danger with the Fool in reverse, whenever it comes up, is that somebody acts out, but they can't take it back. So it's the kind of thing where if they have a fight, somebody says something or somebody does something that they can't take back. It's like anyone can be an asshole for 5 minutes and ignore your phone call and not get back to you, and that's one thing. But when the Fool is in reverse, it's like blurting out something you can't take back. Like, I slept with your best friend, or I've been cheating on you for years. Like, you can't take it back. You can't put it back you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. So that's what's going on around them. If it hasn't happened yet, it's coming up in the near future. Something happens and it can't be taken back. It's like you can't unsee something. Chloe, me and Mark be together in the near future, okay? Chloe and Mark connected in the near future. Yes. However, the choice is going to be yours. So it's the kind of thing where you're going to be the one that makes the decision at the time that he presents himself to you, or that you come to this crossroads with him. You may either be involved with somebody else, or there could be somebody else around you, and you have to choose to be with him. You're the one that makes the choice, not him. T. Yvette, Aquarius, current feelings. Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. So what we have around the Aquarius is a wish comes true in the Justice card. So when the Justice shows up, they reap what they've sown. If they've put out good karma into the universe, that's what they're going to get. And I think that works for them because the wish card is here. The Wheel of Fortune. They just need to take a leap of faith when it comes to you, because the sun here is happiness. So there is happiness surrounding this relationship. The funny thing is, and it shows up around the Aquarius and not around you, is that they need to set boundaries. So when the Sword shows up, it's like not taking any more crap anymore from anybody, or setting up boundaries, cutting through the bullshit. Now, it could be that there were other people that were affecting your relationship. And it doesn't have to be like an ex-wife or another lover. Sometimes it's just like a demanding boss or a demanding parent or something that weighs heavy. He may have come to a point where he's got to put his foot down with these other people so that he has more time with you. Let me just check something. I just want to make sure that I answered that. Yeah, okay. So and it may be something now that he's becoming conscious of. Like, I'm going to have to tell my boss, no, I can't do this, or I have to make time for myself. And it comes off as setting boundaries. So I think that, I don't know what's going on between you and him, but it seems like right now you're on his mind and things could be moving forward, but he's aware of the fact that he has got to change a couple of things. And he will. The funny thing is about setting boundaries is that once you start doing it, it becomes a little bit easier. First couple of times it might be difficult. Susie. Oh, damn. The question moved. What's Steve feeling about us right now? Okay. He's a little bit anxious. He's got the Nine of Swords around him. Now, sometimes people have anxiety and they have no idea why. That happens to me sometimes. There's some anxiety around him. But overall, he is feeling adventurous and strong. Okay? He's also feeling like he's made it to the top of the mountain. He's still feeling a little bit unbalanced, but I think he's reaching a point where, and it could be with the anxiety card, that he's going to know that if he doesn't step up to the plate and be the person you need him to be, you're going to look elsewhere. And I don't think he's going to let that happen. Oh, excuse me. Ashmita, how is RJ feeling about me currently? Okay. He feels like you have a lot of choices around you. There's an Aries here. I'm not sure if you're the Aries, but there's an Aries around you. I think you're an Aries. Either way, it doesn't matter. He's feeling that you're strong, you hold your own. He also feels like you're very intuitive. Sometimes I think he feels like you could read his mind. He's looking for this relationship to move forward. He can't get out of his own way. He's the kind, come to a point where he's not going to make promises he can't keep. So if he's not saying anything, it's because he's not sure of himself. But I think things are going to start to move forward. I'm going to say, timing is really difficult. But sometime early this spring, you should see a significant change in the relationship between you and him. You know, it's like he knows that time isn't on his side. And I think he feels like you're going to be the one that has choices, not him. And he wants to be he wants to be your choice. He does a lot of thinking about things, but it doesn't seem like he acts on it as much as he thinks about it, and that can be quite frustrating. Sepia, Michael walked away from me and have been in separation, no contact. Will he reconcile with me? Okay. Is there a reconciliation coming up with Michael? Yeah, you have a reconciliation coming up, but it's going to be after another argument of some type. The Five of Swords is here, which would indicate you could try to reconcile, have another argument. You could meet and have a conversation and it ends up in an argument. There's an argument first before the reconciliation. Let me see if I can get some timing. Three of Spades. It could happen sometime this March. So you could have your meeting with him. You could reconcile and then have another argument, or you may have, I think what's going to happen is you're going to have an argument first, but then you're going to reconcile. I think the argument comes first. I think once you reconcile, you'll both be on the same page for a while. Ashley, why am I so emotional today? Well, emotions are just that. Like sometimes it's wild. It could be where the moon is. To tell you the truth, I don't know where the moon is. Let's see. The moon usually has something to do with wild emotions if we don't know why. You know, like if you just experienced a heartbreak, you know why you're emotional. If you have no idea why, it usually has something to do with the moon. Let's see. What sign is the moon? Are we coming up to a new moon? It's in Aries right now. All right, let's see. Like all the days have blended together for me since I'm not working and I'm not in a regular schedule. Okay, so we're coming up to a full moon. The moon is waxing. The moon is in Aries. The feeling of uncertainty can make you solve problems faster than is natural. Do not rush if there is a deadline. Try to slow down so that you can decide what you want to do and proceed at your own comfortable pace. So the moon in Aries, Aries is a go-getter sign. Depending on where your natal moon is, I'm telling you, it's probably got something to do with the moon. So for me, my natal moon is in the 3rd house in Leo. If your moon is natally in a sign like Cancer, you could be very moody. It usually has something to do with the moon. That's what I'm going to say, but I'm going to pull some cards anyhow. What shows up? The first card I pull, the moon. Okay, so that's what it is. It has something to do with the moon. If you know where your natal moon is, let me know. If you don't know, for anyone that doesn't know their natal chart, you can make a free one online. It's free. You just need to know the time of birth, which is super important, and where you were born. And that will give you your sun, moon, and rising sign, which are very important. But more important than that, it puts the planets in the houses. So at some point, I might do videos or private videos if people want to learn astrology. But if you know, the moon are your emotions and how you feel. So for someone like me, my moon is in Leo, which can make me overly expressive. And it's true, with people that I love, I'm overly expressive with my emotions. Not like overly dramatic, like I don't cry like craziness. But if I love you, you're gonna know I love you. Let's put it that way. There's no hiding my emotions. And when the moon does wacky things, it affects all of us. Oh, thank you. I didn't, this is what happened. I was going to go to the mall with Avery and take her for a walk around the mall. So I did my makeup. And I didn't do a lot of makeup, but I put eye makeup on or whatever. And then I couldn't get the stroller in the car. I could not get the stroller in the car no matter how I tried. There's a way to get the back seats to fold down, but I got to figure that out. So I just walked her up and down through the complex. But I also feel like I can't just sit around and like not get dressed. Like I have to like get up and get dressed. Otherwise I can get very lazy. Oh my goodness, where am I? Oh my God, I lost my spot. Oh, T. Yvette. Will I have luck finding an apartment soon? Okay, let's see. When can we expect that we're going to find an apartment? Five of Spades. I would say 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, the month of May, or the autumn. You don't have to wait that long. I'm going to say within 5 weeks, you should find the apartment. 5 weeks time, maybe you find it. You may not move in right away, but I think you're going to find it soon. I don't think it's going to take, I certainly don't think it's going to take 5 months. T. Yvette. Oh, I got that one. Colleen. General on Belby and I will we hook up again. Okay. You're definitely going to hook up again. Let me just pull a couple of cards, see if I can get what else is going on here. Okay. So it looks like you're going to set up boundaries, or you're going to express exactly what you want, and then you get it. The relationship moves forward. You're no longer feeling like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. You're starting to feel a little bit of relief. So you don't have to be like a raving lunatic with the Ace of Swords, but you could hook up with him and then say something to him about where you want the relationship to go, and you get what you want. Even if you don't get what you want right away, long term, you're going to get what you want. Okay, Cameron made a PayPal donation. I want to know the current feelings of the Aquarius. Okay. Aquarians can be hard to read. Like, I'm not talking about like a reading like this. I mean, like if you're dealing with an Aquarius, sometimes what they're showing you in their face is not what's really going on because they know how to detach. Okay, so if you haven't seen or spoken to this person, they come in and out of the blue. Okay, the Page of Swords is here, which means you're going to hear from them, you're going to see them, things move forward really quickly. So if they haven't been expressing their feelings, I wouldn't worry about it. You got cause for celebration around you. With an Aquarian, I wouldn't push. I wouldn't push to get their feelings out of them. I would kind of let it flow organically, because sometimes if you push them, they kind of retract a little bit more. I would just kind of go with the flow. If this person is around you, they're going to be stepping up to the plate and coming forward a little bit more. So I think that I don't think that you got too much to worry about there. Even if they're not telling you how they feel, you're going to know it. I always laugh because most of my best friends and guys that I've dated in the past have been Aquarians. So I have 3 planets myself in Aquarius. So I can kind of read Aquarians, but there can be very unique people, to say the least. Martha, or Marth, does the Aries think the Leo likes me? Yes, he does. He definitely does. Yeah, you want to see Avery? She's sleeping. This is the sack that she loves to sleep in. This one. She likes this sack. All right, I'll put you back in the thing. Oh. I don't know if it's like a terry cloth or something, but I don't know. She just loves it. The beautiful one. Am I going to be successful in my new business adventure? I think you're going to be. The number 3 comes up around it. Yeah, use your intuition, and whatever your business adventure is, it looks like it's something that's destined to happen. So the number 3 comes up around it, which to me could be a couple of things. It could be you start it in March, or it could be that you don't hit pay dirt until the third month or the third year, or maybe it takes you the third time. But with the Judgment card, it looks like you're going to be successful and that's something destined to happen. You know, the thing is that you can't be unsuccessful if you don't stop trying. You just got to keep working at it, and then you will be successful. I am at, I think April was next. I just saw somebody ask somebody if they had asthma. So I'm going to give you my 2 cents on asthma because growing up as a kid, I had it. Nothing in this world has helped my lung capacity the way hot yoga has. Spending time in that humid room, my lung capacity is like it's never been before. And I didn't really realize that until I went back to my voice lessons, when I went back to my voice teacher, and I was able to hold notes that I could never hold before. I realized that it had to do with all the time I was spending in the humid room. So even if you don't want to do hot yoga, I would suggest it if you have asthma. Just to spend time in the heated room will do you good. I mean, I spend a lot more time than the average person because I teach it. So even if I'm not doing it, I'm in the room and I'm breathing in that humid air, but it has increased my lung capacity like you wouldn't believe. April, I told Jesse I want more or nothing, and he said he can't do more. I said, adios, is it over? Okay. I'm glad that you stood on your ground, because I think you're going to get what you want from him. Let's see. Is it over? No, it's not. It's not over. It's nowhere near over. Good. Let him sit with this for a minute and let's see what happens. It's definitely not over. April, what's Jesse hiding from me? It doesn't really look like he's hiding anything. What it shows here is that there's a business opportunity around him. Maybe he hasn't told you about it. There's a lot of happiness around the business opportunity and choices and decisions that he has to make. So if he hasn't told you about it, that could be, but it's not like he's intentionally trying to hide it from you. I just think he hasn't told you about it. It has something to do with business, career, or school, depending on where he is in his life. If he doesn't have a job but he goes to school, then it would apply to school. Yeah, I don't think he's intentionally trying to hide anything from you. Sweet thing. What is Kenneth's movement in the future? Oh, he comes forward with an offering of love and quite passionate. Now, the happy home is here. It could be he shows up at your house. I mean, it could be that you take him to your house, you invite him over, but the way it comes in, it looks like this may be something like he shows up, or he shows up randomly, or he calls you and says, hey, I'm local, can I come by? It's like showing up with love and passion out of the blue, and it's around your house. Susie, I asked him over tomorrow night, will he come? I think he's going to come. Yeah, I do think he's going to come. And with the Eight of Wands, it could even be something that changes the relationship and moves things forward quickly. Like it could be the beginning of a new start. Or at the beginning of a new chapter. April, is anyone new coming in for me soon that I'll like? Yes, not only are you going to like this person, but happiness is going to be on all levels. Now, I got to tell you this. The new person that comes in can be somebody from your past. Six of Cups is usually somebody that you've known before in your past. It doesn't have to be an old lover or an old love flame. It could be anybody. It could be like, I don't know, you run into, oh, excuse me, you run into somebody that you went to high school with that you never had any attachment to, and then all of a sudden you have a connection on a deeper level. It could be an old coworker. It could be anybody from your past, but I think it's going to be somebody that you already know. Anna, how will Christopher and I be during this week? Okay, what's going on with Christopher and Anna? Okay, it looks like the world is at your feet and balance and patience and a spiritual connection come in. So I think the beginning of the week starts off good, balanced, calm. You're probably going to have a lot of communication here. And then at some point, one of you, I think it's him, gets, I don't want to say freaked out, but allows things to hold them back. And then there's decisions that need to get made. So I think the beginning of the week, it's going to be pretty smooth. I think towards the end of the week or the later part of next week, he may feel like he's holding himself back or something is keeping him from moving forward. That's okay. He'll get past it. But it's like he's going to need to consciously make the effort to put these things that hold him back aside. I mean, we all have things that hold us back. But for him, he's going to have to put it aside and come forward. And I think he does. I just think that every now and again, he either gets frustrated or overwhelmed and he just like kind of gets stuck in quicksand. And he may have a moment like that later on this week. Where am I? Oh, okay, here we go. I am up to April. Money reading. Okay, what's going on for money around April? You may be feeling like you worked really hard and you have nothing to show for it. That's going to change moving forward. Money gets a little bit easier moving forward with the Nine of Pentacles. And then the Eight of Pentacles would be working hard and advancing yourself, being very focused on either a new job, a new skill, something like that. Yeah, and then that's echoed by the Page of Pentacles. So either picking up a new job, a new promotion, another way to make money comes in after feeling like you spent a lot of time working really hard and getting nowhere. You do see a breakthrough. Which is, you know, it can be frustrating when you feel like you put a lot of effort in and you got nowhere. But I think that you do get a breakthrough. Okay, I see people here donated through PayPal, so I got to go back to the PayPal people. Okay, here's one from Cameron. I wanted to know the current feelings of the Aquarians. We're not talking that much. Okay. It's okay if you're not talking too much, because that's going to change. The weight of the world gets lifted off the shoulders when the restraints come off. The Aquarius is going to move forward. They have every intentions of contacting you. They may feel a little bit regret over something that happened in the past. Something that happened in the past, but not too long ago, that they've been hemming and hawing over. I don't know if you had an argument or a fight or something like that. And they feel success around this relationship or the situation. So if you haven't spoken to them, I think they're thinking about contacting you. If you haven't heard from them in quite some time, don't be surprised if they show up out of nowhere. It's very typical of an Aquarius. And it's very typical of an Aquarius, too, to not show any emotion and then all of a sudden show up when you think that they're finally gone. It happens all the time. I did that one. J-Mac, is Caitlin's energy with me today? I feel anxious. Yep. Yeah. And psychically, you're very connected to her. She's feeling anxious, and you're picking that up. All right, I have some Lauren and Rose Gold and Seba. I have to find their questions. Hang on a second. Okay, Rose Gold. Is the person I'm inquiring about, are we done? Okay. Has this chapter ended with the person that we're inquiring about? No. There's going to be a moment in time here where you're not going to see them or speak to them. But after that's over, there's going to be a chance of reconciliation sometime this spring. I can't tell you the exact time, but it may not happen until like, it could be as far off as June, but it's not over. It's definitely not over. Or you could see them or speak to them here and there, but there could be like a reconciliation in June or a reconnection or something significant happens in the month of June. All right, I think I need Lauren. Okay, I got Maria RS, General Love. Okay. After putting betrayal and hurt in the past, You move into a successful relationship that comes in out of the blue. It could be with a Taurus. If it's not a Taurus, or if it's with somebody that you're with right now who isn't a Taurus, it's a spiritual connection that you have to this person that cannot be duplicated, and it cannot be made up, and it is not like, it's like a real connection that you may have with nobody else. You may also feel like you've never felt this way before with this person. But it's pretty imperative that you leave past hurts in the past and you don't take them with you into the future. Oh, did Lauren post? Let me see. Okay, does he want to be with me? Okay. And I think I need Seba. I don't think I did Seba yet. He does want to be with you. He's got feelings for you. This person's got feelings for you. Seba, should I initiate contacting Tom again, or should I let him do the work? He blocked me from social media. Okay. My suggestion when it comes to contacting somebody, especially if you haven't seen them in a while, waiting attracts more waiting. Reaching out and trying to make contact, you could get what you want immediately. You could reach out to him right now and be on the phone with him in 5 minutes from now. So I would always suggest to reach out to somebody. The only time I don't think it's a good idea is if you're feeling weak, needy, unsure, unsuccessful, then I wouldn't do it. So for example, one of my best friends, I tell this story all the time. One of my best friends who I've known since I'm 16, I'm thinking about her. I'm at this store that she used to work at, and I'm laughing and I'm hysterical because she used to work there, whatever. I walk out of the store and she's walking in. She wasn't coming into that store. She was going to the pet store. But I manifested her because I was laughing. It was carefree. It was funny. I was reliving good memories, and it brought this person to me. She's one of my best friends. I could call her right now, and if she doesn't answer the phone, I won't even think twice about it. I'll just call her back. I could text her 15 times, and never once in my mind would I ever think, maybe she doesn't want to hear from me. I would never have anxiety about texting her. I can go without speaking to her for months at a time and have no issue picking up the phone and talking to her. And same thing with my friend Mark. I mean, a lot of people that I've been friends with for years, I don't speak to them on a regular basis, but I could call them up like it's nothing. If you can feel that way when you reach out to this person, then I would tell you to go for it. If you're hemming and hawing and you're like, I don't know if he wants to hear from me, I don't know, do you think I should? If you're on that fence and there's anxiety around it, I would tell you to hold off. Don't do it then, because there's too much negativity around it. You won't get what you want. And then what happens is you don't get what you want. You put out into the universe this stop and go kind of a feeling, like I'm reaching out, but I don't think you want to hear from me, like that kind of shit. And it reaffirms to you your fears, and then we continue to live in fear. So if you can put it in a place where you're confident that this person wants to hear from you and wants to see you, then reach out to them. Don't wait for them. That was a big windbag speech I had to make there. Sorry. I think I'm up to TD maybe. Let me just go back and make sure I didn't skip anybody. Oh no, I gotta do Ashmita. Okay. Is RJ worried he could lose me if he doesn't come forward? Yeah, he's a little bit worried. Not as worried as I would like him to be, but I do think it's crossed his mind. You know, it's something he thinks about. Okay, I'm up to TD. Will the Aries contact me again soon? Yes, he will. 70% chance, yes, you're going to hear from him soon. Hmm. It's Sarah, general reading. Feeling of betrayal and anxiety moves into the past. Feeling much more balanced coming up in the near future. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain. Life starts to transform as you move into 2020. And there's some fun, carefree times ahead of you. Some spontaneity, working hard on a goal, something that you've either wanted for a very long time or something that you've been striving for comes into fruition in 2020. And you also have some relief around money issues. So either more money comes in, making more money, somebody may give you some money, but relief around money. Ashmit said, did RJ feel my energy after the meditation? Yes, he did. 99% chance, 3 aces. April, what will Jay's actions be towards me and his feelings? Okay. Okay, his feelings are a little bit all over the place. Like sometimes he's not sure what to do or what direction to take it in. However, he's going to be working hard with the Eight of Pentacles. The world is at his feet and he's going to be focused on moving things forward. He may not be great at communicating his feelings. I wouldn't push it. I would just leave it because I think it's going to be the kind of thing where you're going to know how he feels through his actions, not by what he says. And the 10 of Cups is here, which is happiness on all levels. All cups are full. So I think that he may not be great at putting his feelings into actual words, but you're going to know how he's feeling by the way he's treating you. Lid. How does Alyssa feel about me? Okay. Okay, this is another one where she's feeling pretty good about you. You need to use your intuition. You're psychically connected to her and you know how to work this. You know how to get things done when it comes to this person. If she feels very lucky around you and she's highly respectful of you, or she thinks that you're a respectable person. She also thinks that you're a hard worker and there's a wish around you so you can get what you want. It also looks like there is attraction here. So attraction comes in many forms. She could be attracted to your personality, to your emotions, to you physically, but there's a level of attraction here that's undeniable. Shay Queen. When will the Libra contact me? Could be within the next 10 days. Yeah, I think that you'll hear from them within the next 10 days. Shauna, how does TC feel about me? Happiness and passion. That's how they feel about you. They also feel like you have a big heart and that you're an emotional person. But happiness and passion surrounds this. Did I miss one from Lauren C? Lid. What events are going to happen when me and Alyssa meet? One of you is going to be in hot pursuit of the other. The other person is going to have choices to make. Regardless of who's pursuing who, it doesn't make a difference. It looks like you guys find your way to each other, so it doesn't really matter to me who's pursuing who. It shows justice is here. So if you've put out a lot of good into the universe, you're going to get what you want back in spades. The Chariot is here. Your relationship with her can move forward very quickly. Don't let anything stress you out. So the weight of the world being on your shoulders, you may feel like you didn't make a good enough impression, or you may feel like things are moving slowly. It's going to be all good. So don't let it bother you. You know, you may meet her and things don't take off as fast as you want them to. Just let it go, because it's going to go at its own speed and its own time, and you're going to find your way back to each other. All right, I'm looking for Seba. I did the one about the initiating contact. Is there another one? Marth, how does the Aries feel about the Leo liking me? He's undecided. He feels undecided with the Two of Swords. He also feels like he's got to cut out the bullshit that's going on in his life. So I don't know if the Leo causes a lot of crap, they cause a lot of drama, and he's not feeling that. He also has an offering around him that he's not seeing. I don't think that he's thrilled with the Leo liking you, but I think he's looking to get rid of some of the drama that's in his life, and he may be cutting out things that aren't working for him coming up. Siba, what's T's current energy towards me? Is he angry or does he miss me? Okay, let's see. Is he angry? He's not angry. If anything, he does miss you. It's not showing he's angry. Yerisa Chikmana. Will Lou like the way I work? Would we get along? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I do think that you would get along. I do think that you guys would get along, and I think he does appreciate the way that you work. It's Sarah. Is Jonathan's intentions as a friend, can I trust? Okay, let's see. Can we trust Jonathan's intentions as a friend? I'm only getting a 33% chance you can trust him. I would be careful with him. I would be careful. I did the one about Alyssa and Lyd meeting. Was there another one that I missed from Lyd? Susie, has he been unfaithful to me? Okay, let me see. I'm not showing that he's been with anybody else. I don't know if you guys are in a committed relationship. It doesn't show he's been with anyone else. But I didn't think that you guys were at that point yet. Does anybody know if I finished all of the PayPal donation ones? April, does Jay the Libra have somebody else? I'm not showing that he has anyone else that's of significance. 33% chance is very low. Yeah, I'm not thinking. Lauren, does he want to be with me? I thought that I answered that, but I'll answer it again. I get a 70% chance, yes, he does want to be with you. April, oh, I did that one. Isla, general love. You got a spiritual connection here to a fire sign. There could even be two fire signs around you. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. You feel like you made it to the top of the mountain. You set up boundaries. You have a soulmate connection, and this person treats you like a Roman goddess. So if you're not with anyone right now, this is who's coming in. If you are with someone right now, your relationship can move forward quickly. The Empress is here, so be careful if you don't want children, because that could be the birth of the conception of a child as well. But I think it's going to start to get a little hot coming up. Krista, is Jay still working his way toward me, and when? Okay. He is, definitely. The Six of Clubs, 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, the month of June, or it could be sometime this summer. I would say that You can see or speak to him before then, but I think that the month of June holds something significant for the two of you. TD, how's the Aries feeling about me currently? He's feeling a little bit anxious about things. He's also feeling successful. So on one hand, he's feeling a little bit anxious. On the other hand, he's kind of like, I got this. Everything is going to be fine. I'll do it in my own time. He's attracted to you. He thinks that you're sincere and he has a lot of respect for you. He also thinks that you're very stable and he feels connected to that kind of a stability. Kira, should I accept Leroy's offer to move in with him? I think you could. I think you could. I think you would be happy. Sue, what are Jaren's feelings, thoughts of me? A soulmate relationship built on solid ground. Now, they may not consciously know soulmate relationship. They just may know that they feel connected to you and they feel like the relationship can be built on solid ground. However, they're undecided on how they're going to move forward, when or if they're going to move forward. So I would give them a little bit of time and a little bit of breathing room let them figure it out. Miss Rosie 37, is a Libra about to give up on me? He's distant. He's not giving up. He's not giving up. Don't worry about it. He ain't giving up. Not now. Isla, love reading with Jay the Libra and me for the future. Okay. Okay, things may be off to a slow start, and there may be a moment in time, or right now, you may be feeling a little bit weighed down, maybe a little bit regretful, and hoping that things move forward and they just seem a little bit stagnant. However, that's going to change quickly with the Eight of Wands. This changes overnight, and it's echoed by the Hangman in reverse, that things can move forward. Did you say he was a Libra? Because there's a Libra here. If not, this card would indicate karma. You reap what you sow. You're going to get back exactly what it is that you put out there. It does look like there's happiness that surrounds this relationship and that it could start to move forward much faster second half of this year. So things may be a little slow between now and say June, but when things pick up, they really do pick up. It's like things just kind of fall into place. April, when will Jesse contact me? Okay, let's see. The 10 of Hearts, I think the latest that you have to wait would be the springtime, but it could be within 10 days. If you haven't spoken to him in a while and you think it could be longer than that, then I would say maybe not until the spring, which would be any time after March 21st. No, I don't think you have to wait that long. It doesn't seem that far off. Solar eclipse. How is he feeling about me and when will he contact? You got contact coming in before the end of the winter time, probably the early part of March. He's feeling a little bit stagnant right now, but he's going to be coming out of that towards the middle of February into the end of February. I think you hear from him in the beginning of March. He's feeling happiness about you. He's feeling connected to you. He just has not made the decision to get out of his own way. He will. It's going to take him a minute. Not that long. I think the beginning of March should be a significant time for the two of them. Oh, here's the one for Lyd. What events? Oh, I thought that I answered that. I thought that I said that one person was going to be in hot pursuit of the other person, but not to worry about it if it wasn't. Like if he's the one that's pursuing her and she's not being receptive, don't worry about it because they're going to find their way back to one another. But it shows that one person is more into the other person just in the beginning. But I answered it not that long ago. So basically, I think things are going to be a little bit slow in the beginning, but then they're going to work their way. Things will level off. Marth, does the Aries have anyone else around him? I get a 70% chance there is somebody else around him. 70% chance is much more significant than a 30% chance. But it doesn't come off as a serious relationship. It just could be somebody else around him that may be interested in him. Oh, God, excuse me. Ina's general reading. Somebody comes in out of the blue. That, I mean, it could be a job offering because it shows that they come in either with money or offering money. You may be undecided and you may feel like you don't want to move forward with this. It feels like you're unprepared. I'm going to say that somebody may show up with a job offering or something that has to do with money and business, and you just may be feeling like it's too good to be true and you don't go for it. And I think that you're probably right. I almost want to say that it sounds like a pyramid scheme. Yeah, and you actually may be very turned off by this person. They're going to be pushy too. I bet you it's a pyramid scheme. If somebody calls you up looking to get you involved in a pyramid scheme, tell them where to go, because it shows that like they're pushy, they're forward, they're offering money, and you're just not buying it or you don't want to get involved in it. And I think you're making the right decision. Oh, excuse me. AJ, how would he feel if I date or get into a relationship? Well, he already feels like you have choices around you, so he wouldn't be shocked. He also thinks that you're a catch and somebody would be really happy and lucky to snag you. However, he also feels with the judgment card here that you belong with him and that no matter who shows up, you're going to end up going back with him, or you would go back with him if given the opportunity. Almost comes off a little bit cocky, but that could be his way of dealing with it. Like if he knew that you were really with somebody else and that it was serious, he might have the attitude that's like, you know what, I know that I'm better for her and she's going to end up with me anyway. And if I wanted her back, I could have her. And maybe coming from his ego, I think he's really down deep a little bit insecure about this relationship, because I do think he feels like you have choices around you and that you may not choose him when all is said and done. Shay, are Ariane and Javis still together? Yeah, I do think they are still together. Enos, how does Sultan feel about me at the moment? He's feeling like he's a little stuck in like a quicksand. He feels like he's not going anywhere, and he's a little bit anxious about what's gone on between you and him, or what hasn't gone on between you and him. Use your intuition when dealing with him. He's prepared to move forward, and he comes in with an offering of love. So he may be knocked off kilter right now, or he may be a little anxious about something. It looks like when he is ready to come forward, he comes forward and he's prepared, and it's almost like there's no stopping him. I don't think it's going to happen right now. I think it may take a couple of weeks. TD, what does the Scorpio think of me? The Scorpio feels very connected to you. You got the Lover's card here, but under him. So it's like he feels very connected to you. I think that he feels like you just might not be that into him. But I don't think that he's looking to give up on this yet. I think he's still going to kind of pursue you. It does show that there comes a moment in time, it could be right now or it could be coming up, where he holds himself back because he's being a little self-protective, that you could hurt him. I think that the way this situation looks, he's much more into you than you are him, which I'm totally okay with. But I think at some points he does try to protect himself because he's afraid that he's going to get heartbroken. Yeah, he's in kind of deep. HV, family involvement with me in the Libra Sun relation. Family involvement. I'm not really sure what you mean. Can you just clarify that? Because I don't want to answer it incorrectly. And in the meantime, I'll answer for Kira. What blessings can I expect in February 2020? Somebody from your past returns and changes your life. Life moves forward fastly with a reconnection from someone from your past. Doesn't have to be an old love. It could be your best friend from kindergarten. And there's magic around you. You have the power of manifestation, and you have the power to move your life forward quickly in the month of February. So watch your thoughts when the magician shows up, because all thoughts manifest. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. But I think that you're going to be really thrilled by this person that shows up that you haven't seen in a while. HV, how will our family react? Okay. Overall, the families are going to be fine. The Sun card is here. So even if things were a little bit up and down or somebody gives you a hard time about it, inevitably it works itself out with the Sun card. Don't worry about it. Don't give energy to it. You know, if somebody starts putting some bullshit out there, just ignore them. Inez, what's coming in towards me for love in February? You have an offer in front of you that you're not seeing. Use your intuition. Keep your eyes open. There's somebody new around you that's really into you that has not voiced it. They haven't said it yet, but they're around you and you know them. Somebody from your past comes back. You have a relationship built on solid ground here with a soulmate relationship, and it's going to be your choice. It could be this new person that shows up with the Four of Cups. It also could be somebody who you've either been with before, someone from your past. A wish comes true. So at the end of the day, it's going to be your decision as to who you want to move forward with. But you're going to have choices between a new person, an old person, someone that you've already been with, or someone that you wanted to be with. And a wish comes true. So you may be feeling like at some point in the month of February, like you don't know who to choose to be with, or you never really thought you'd have this many choices. But the choice will be yours. Sue, will I score 520 or above on the April test? Okay. I think you're going to. I think you're going to do well. Lauren C., I need your question. If you could send it, that would be great. This way I can do it next. What is the energy surrounding J and A's relationship? Okay. Well, it looks like somebody is pursuing the relationship very hard, and that person is going to find heartbreak. One person may be trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, and it just doesn't work for them. They've got the Star card here in reverse. They don't get their wish. They end up heartbroken. So I don't know which one it is, but it looks like somebody's going to be suffering from a heartbreak in that relationship. Krista, will the Aqua and the Libra relationship be over soon? I think it'll be over within the next couple of months. Miranda, what's next for me in the Cancer? Financial stability comes in and being prepared to move forward. However, there's going to be a moment in time where one or both of you, my battery's running low, maybe feeling a little bit weighed down or burdened, but you get through it and you have a soulmate connection. Lauren, will he contact me soon? Yeah, absolutely. He's going to contact you soon. Did I do Miranda? I did. All right, let me go back up to the top because I'm running out of battery here. But I'm going to come back on again later. Sonia wants general love. Okay, general love for Sonia. You got a Libra that comes in out of the blue. You also have a Taurus here. So an offering of love comes in. You may have to make a decision between the Libra and the Taurus. Whoever you choose, you're going to find happiness with. So look out for a Libra and a Taurus coming up over the next couple of months, weeks or months. Layback Dre, my question is, how does this girl, Roeni, feel about me, and do I have a chance with her? I'm planning on surprising her on Valentine's Day. Oh, that's sweet. All right, do we have a chance with Roeni? You have a chance with her, but I'm going to be honest here. She may be a little taken back at some point by something that you do. So she may either at some point get a little bit freaked out, or she could be a little taken back. But I think inevitably she's going to be charmed by whatever it is that you do for her on Valentine's Day. She's going to see it as sweet, and I think that you do have a shot with her. So just be aware that if you do something that may be over the top at some point, initially she may be shocked by it or taken back, but when she thinks about it and it sinks in, she's going to think it's really sweet. So I think you're onto something. I think you have a shot, and I think you're going to be in a good place coming up. Oh, that's really sweet, too, that you planned something. Moderators, you could send questions if you have. Malapale wants a love reading. Okay. You got a Leo showing up. You have a Gemini showing up. And you also have a Libra. So there's a lot going on here. Two of these people could come in out of the blue. One comes in with an offering of love, a relationship that's built on solid ground. But it looks like you're going to have a lot of choices to make. Your life moves forward quickly with financial stability over the second half of this year. So you may feel a little stagnant over the next couple of months. But once we hit like June, things should start to pick up pretty quickly. Chimay, will I ever be in a relationship with Jay? You have a 70% chance you can be in a relationship with him. It's going to take some time. It's not going to happen overnight. So don't get discouraged or feel stuck. Brandy. Oh, that wasn't a question for me. Yeah, I'm down to 10% battery, so I'm afraid the phone's going to die. But I'm going to come back on later. Mel, will the Aries find out soon that Leo's kids aren't his? Oh, jeez. Let me see what time it is. It's 4:30 now. I'm going to try to come back on at 8 o'clock tonight, Eastern time. He's going to find out, and he's going to be really upset. He's going to be really upset. OJ, my name is Jacine. Will I get to have sex soon with someone? Okay, let's see. Sex coming in for Jacine. Yes. 70% chance yes, and not only that, but you have choices. So you're going to choose who you want to be with. Have a good time. Brandy, what is Deverick feeling for me? He's feeling balance, moving forward. And he's also feeling a little bit anxious. So it may be like he's looking to move forward, or he's looking to reach out and he's hesitant because he's afraid of how you're going to act or how you're going to respond to him. Empress is here, so you know what that means. Love, money, abundance, beauty, birth or the conception of a child is possible. It's like he's looking at you like a Roman goddess. So something maybe shook him up over the last couple of weeks and he's realized how much you mean to him. Okay, let me see. Am I Shemaya Camille? Are me and Quamir really done? No. There's more to come. This is a soulmate relationship. There's more to come. All right, I'm afraid this phone is going to die, so I'm going to end it here. I will be back on tonight at 8 o'clock, New York time, and I will see you guys then. Thank you all, and thank you to my moderators, and extra special thank you to everyone that's been doing the donation ones, the $5 donations. We've raised a good amount of money so far, $117, $75, and $65. So I'm pretty impressed with that. I think that we're off to a good start. If you want to donate and you don't want to do it through Super Chat, I have the GoFundMe page listed in the community section of my channel. And if you have questions and you want to know more about the situation, email me, because we're trying to keep my friends anonymous and we don't want to give out too many details. We don't want anyone to know what she's doing. But anyhow, thank you all so much. We're on our way to getting the funds together that we need. All right, I will see you guys in a little bit. Bye, guys.